Okay, welcome back everybody. My name is Motra and some people call me Inky, and welcome back to 7 Days to Die. And welcome to my base testing. So what I've decided to do, I might just do these few tutorial challenges just to get them away from the up from the top corner up here on the screen. So we'll just get these done. Redeem. Okay, so we're just going to get these few challenges out of the way, but while I'm doing that, I'm just going to quickly explain to you what I'm planning on doing with this series, I guess I could call it, because it's not going to be a playthrough. We're not going to be playing 7 Days to Die as such. Oh, it's quite funny, we're right here. The first thing to note is I have updated to 1.4, and what I plan on doing is I've actually been playing this game for a few years now. Yeah, you might want to say that I should be better than what I am, but okay. Let's just say there's been a bit of a learning curve. And I did just start off playing this game with my wife. And for a start, we were just like taking over a building. Nothing too much different to this one. And we would just try and defend it. You know, turn it into a home, put a farm at the back and just defend it with fences and things like that. But then after a while, it got to a point where we were just getting overwhelmed. And if anyone's really played this game before, you'll know exactly what I mean with that. We'll just move all these down to the back row. So, I don't remember exactly when it was, but at some point we decided, well, I decided, I should say, to build a base. And now this is going back quite a few years back. I don't remember exactly when. It was before I even realized it was YouTube content creators doing 7 Days to Die content. So this was all completely on my own. And the first few bases I did, well, they were kind of interesting. So what I want to try and do is I want to rebuild something similar to what I had. So that's the other thing. We are actually in the NAS game map. So we've got the burnt forest in the middle. We're going to have the desert and the wasteland and the snow up atop and all that sort of thing, because that's how we played when I first started. So I'm trying to keep it a little bit close-ish to what I had. It's never going to be exactly the same. There's been a few major changes that happened since then. One is building block shapes. So I'm going to try and think about how I had things and how I did things, and we're going to try and recreate them. Then what I want to do, and we're just going to do that in creative mode. I'm not going to play a playthrough, so this is not going to be anything about how to play this game. This is purely just going to be looking at how I did some of the old bases. And then I'm going to do the first half of the video is going to be just how I did the first base, what I did. And the second half is going to be what I can do to improve it to hopefully make it more viable, or at least work in today's standard. Like I said, for now, I'm just going to get through these challenges, and then we're going to pick up something similar to what that should have been. Okay, so we now should see where the first trader is. That's not going to matter too much. Like I said, we're not really here for that. And if I remember rightly, that's the burnt forest this way. My very first playthrough in this game was actually just up ahead, actually, I think. If I've got that. No, it wasn't. It was right here. It's actually right here. This cow's corn here. This is the first playthrough me and my wife did, is that we took over this cow's corn and we just basically made this fence a bit stronger, put extra layers up on it, and we just did our best to protect that. And that was all we did. I need an in-section for this base, and this is going to be it. And what it was is I just made a bunker base. Hang on a sec, I forgot to turn on the menu to give me stuff. I'll just relog and do that. Okay, so we're back in here, and I should now have the creative menu up. I do. You know what, let's do everything out of concrete. And how do I find the concrete blocks? Oh, here we go. Okay, so I've just given myself 500 concrete blocks. This torch can probably go, actually these can all go. Alright. We're just going to build something similar to what I had. I'm going to do it out of concrete. Then I'm going to do like maybe a day 21 horde or something like that. And then I will redo what I think needs to be done to make it a bit more viable. Then we'll do like a day 49 horde or maybe even greater. But for now, we've got to figure this out. And I'm pretty sure I just did 3 in each corner. Maybe I should just done blocks first. Give me a sec. I'll get some normal blocks just to map it out because I don't remember exactly what I've done. Those things. These things, yeah. Okay. Right. So I think it was something like 3. And I think I did a big thing like that and did 3. Okay, that's not quite going to work. Maybe I did more. Maybe I did 5. 5. Okay, then that might work. Okay. Okay, so that was I just did a bunker like that, and that's what I did. We did it all on ground level, we did it in the corners of this, so I was hoping to see them coming from each road. Now I'm just going to build the bunker. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I think I've got a bit of an idea, so we'll give it a go and we'll see how it all works out. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this is about what I had. Something very, very similar to this anyway. And I had these corner blocks that I could just jump on top here. Like I've got 2 more spikes put on, but I'll put them on in a minute. I'll just finish showing you. I'm pretty sure later on I might have put like a electric fence here and linked them all the way around. But I certainly didn't do that at the start. So I am thinking that at least for the first horde, this will be good enough. Rightio. So we'll jump up here and have to be very careful going around the outside. I'll get rid of some of these things in a minute. It's just, and this was the only way I had getting in, so we did put spikes up here. That was my only air defense, and this is the place. Now this is doubled up, so we had the ramps on the outside and plates on the inside. Now the reason I put plates here is because I don't recall if they had the pole plates. I think the pole plates, which is the same thickness as these poles, come later. I'm not even sure if these poles were right. I might have been just a one pole at the top. I don't really remember that. So I did have something here, but like I said, it could have possibly been just a plate on top. Something that they couldn't get through straight away anyway. I'm not sure when these pole plates come in, if that was back then or not. And the other thing to note, I've still got creative on, so we'll just press U. The cobblestones I just put on the outside before. We'll get rid of these. Okay, so I did give myself an AK for a gun. I did put a few mods onto it, as you can see. Just a mid-tier sort of a thing. Same for a baseball bat. Also, with a couple mods on. I gave myself 1,000 concrete purely to do repair work. I probably should change the nail gun, actually. And I gave myself a little bit of armor with just some basic sort of mods in there, and all like tier 3s. We're trying to mimic a level, maybe a day 21, maybe a day 28 sort of horde, around about that sort of area. And I'm thinking these are pretty good, but I might swap out the gun, the repair gun, for just a hammer. What am I doing? This one here. Yep, this will be fine. Yes, and what else? I don't think there's anything else. I just gave myself 5 first aid kits, 5 bandages, and some coffee and some food, and that's it. Okay, and I think we'll just load this. So we've got 630 ammo for this gun, and we've got the baseball bat, and that's all we're going to do. And this is about what I think a early-ish, well, like I say, around about a day 21 horde will be. So in saying that, let's get going and seeing how this will last. I have made it out of concrete because I think around 21 to 28, let's do 28. I'm sure we would have concrete at day 28. So let's do day 28. So we need to press this again. And we need to do set time 28 if we're going to go day 28. That makes sense. Then space the hour. Now, horde starts at 22. So if we do 21, so that's hour 21, and minutes, we'll do 50. That gives us a couple minutes just to check on a couple of things. Now, hopefully that's right, because like I said, I don't normally do this. So let's see how this goes. Okay, we are. We're at day 28 horde. We're just checking this wee bunker base. It's pretty compact, nothing much to it. Actually, what I will do though is I'll press DM. That should have the command menu off, so I don't go doing any cheats or anything silly. And we're just going to wait for a day 28 horde. And we've got a hammer to do repairs if need be. This is double large, so like I said, there is just normal plates on the back, you can see here. And there's ramps on the other side. The corners have got solid blocks and ramps here. And this would have been something similar to the first bunker base that I did with just me and my wife. Now what we would have done is that I would have said to her, I would have like painted this blue and blue and said I'll look after the two blues, and I would have done red and red and told her to look after the reds. Is anyone coming? Oh, you know what I did forget? Okay, one last little thing which I did forget to do is XP command blocks. We'll go for the blue one, looks good. Take that. Use. We've got to level 40. Okay. Now, let me just do set time again. What did I say? Set time 28, 21, 50. Okay. We'll just get rid of you. Alright, now we should be good again. I will quickly try putting those skill points in. We are doing Skull Crusher and what was the other one? Machine Gunner. So we're not going to worry about too much about the other perks. We're just trying to get these up a little bit. Not that one. Machine Gunner. Okay, so this is horde. So as you can already tell, this is already going a bit better than before because we needed to get those. We need to get the game stage up a little bit to actually get some decent zombies coming in. And this would have been pretty much how our horde base would have gone. Something very similar to this. We need to keep an eye on all four places of this, all four windows. Those corner bits there, I don't think I mentioned, was the only way to get onto the roof. I'm infected, but I did not give myself any antibiotics or anything. That's not what's important through this. This is, like I said, this is not a playthrough. This is just showing you how my first bunker base would have gone. It's not exactly right because I'm pretty sure this was back in Alpha 15, maybe 16 actually. Probably Alpha 16 I would have done this. Because I'm pretty sure in Alpha 14 and 15 we just lived in POIs. We were just defending POIs, that's all we did. And that was okay for the first couple, but then it always started getting a bit dicey after that. And that's another reason why I put this onto day 28 horde, because it's a little bit tougher and we have got concrete. If I was going to do an earlier one, I would have probably just done it out of cobble. But as you can already see, it's not ideal. There is already issues, obvious issues that you can already see from here. This is basically how I did it with the ramp. I wasn't 100% sure it was a ramp or the wedge 60. But this, I did have the overhang up top, so they were forced to do this. this is similar to what was going on in, when I was first tried this. I didn't do it again afterwards because we did get overwhelmed. So this is this is just a basic bunker base that I tried. My very first base I tried because we were sicker than breaking our fences and getting into breaking our workstations in bits and pieces. You know, we have to be a little bit careful of our health doing it this way. I probably should have used the rest of those skill points actually to do this. Oh, you know what? I didn't give myself any repair kits. Let me quickly do that. On day 28, I'm pretty sure we would have had a few. Probably not 25, but that doesn't matter. And we need to repair. Oh, and he got in. That's one of the issues with this base, is that they can get in. Once we're out of ammo, we are out of ammo. I'm going to have to do the whole thing with the... actually, we'll put a couple more points in. Also to here. And we wanted... Actually, I think it was Pummel Pete. I put the wrong one into the Skull Crusher. It should help a wee bit for doing this. My arm is sprained. Uh-oh. There's someone down there. And that was the other thing with this horde base, is you could get down. I haven't seen any dogs actually. That's quite interesting. We may be done. Oh no, we're certainly not done. Okay, I was just mentioning about dogs. Okay, we're going to see what the dog does. Silly dog. I wanted to see what you were going to do. Oh, I can't do that. I can't do power attack, so that's going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. But this shows the downfall to this base already. They do clobber you through these windows. This is not good. Actually, we might just use another first aid kit. I'm going to open that up because we might need a way to get out of here very soon. Ah, those stupid hits through the walls. And this loadout of the machine gun and the baseball bat is pretty typical to what I used to run. But often I would switch it out with the spear or something like that because my wife wanted the baseball bat. And there we go. That's the problem. They do get through. Okay, we better get some health in. See, let's do one of each. I might even eat as well because it's also going to give me some health. Come on, you can just go away. So can you. Okay. There's a feral there. Okay, we're down to our last 14 shots. Let's just take that in case something breaks. That's still coming. No. Okay. Just take it easy. As any horde base, you just don't panic. But this is basically doing very similar to what it did back then, is it wasn't great. We did struggle. And I think we even got them in, like they broke their way in and we died anyway. And I didn't revisit this again after that. I've never done another bunker base since then because, well, the first time you try something and it fails, why would you go back to it again, you know? Uh-oh. Okay, we click, we're out of ammo. And now we have to do everything with the baseball bat. Laceration, oh. Use this, use this. Get up here for a minute. You need to take our medications. That was close. That was very, very close. Okay. Oh no. Okay, they might not even break our way in. They seem to have a lot longer reach than what I remember though. I am using power strokes, which is hurting my arm, but I'd rather hurt my arm further than die. You know, we're going to check this loot bag. Damn. No, no, no. Uh-oh. Oh, thank you. Okay, let's just use one more first aid bandage. We'll check to see how these are doing. Okay, they are taking a bit of damage, but that's okay. Okay, okay. No, copper! No way! You stay out on the other side of those bars. You stay out. Come on, copper. Don't you blow. Damn, you boot. Now, should I give myself some... Oh, things like antibiotics and splints and casts and things like that? Maybe, but that's... We're not playing a survival playthrough here. We're just seeing how these bases go more than anything. I actually half expected to die in here. I actually did expect them to breach, because they did breach when I played this first time round. I'm having a lot more of an issue with the reach of them though. Ouchie. You know, last first aid. Oh no 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 no! Stay out of it. I hope you're dead. Can I grab this? No, didn't have anything I could use in there. We are just doing power strokes, just trying to survive. I'm doing everything I can to survive. If I had unlimited ammo, or give myself double the amount of ammo, this might have worked okay. Oh, out of stamina. Come on. Actually, I don't even care if this cop blows up this time. Just outside. Outside. He's going to blow. He's going to blow. He took care of all of them. That's nice. I don't care too much about that. I might have overdone the experience I gave to myself. No, ouch. And also the other thing to note is that they have changed the way the hordes work. So beforehand, after you killed so many, the hordes would stop. They don't do that anymore. They go all night. So it's very hard to judge what an old Alpha 16 is like to 1.0, or actually in this case 1.4. Ooh, that's pretty hideous looking there. No! Get out of it! Okay, I'm standing in the goo. Oh, I died for standing in the goo. Okay. And, okay, so we did die. So that means that that was a fail. I thought I was going to get there. We got so close. What was that? Habas 3? I think it might have been Habas 3. It was exactly Habas 3. Okay. So looking at the outside of this, it is kind of worked out okay. I mean, there's nothing too structurally damaged. This gives you some idea of my first bunker base. We did fail. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back into creative mode and I'm going to make some adjustments to this to see how I think it would go in today's game. So this is what I did in, I'm pretty sure it was Alpha 16. Let's have a quick look at some of this. I'm not even going to pick it up, I'll just show you what it is. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, some decent bits and pieces here. I'm not even going to worry about picking up my backpack. We'll just get rid of all of that. We might even just go to a new location and leave all this here. And we are going to go and do the same thing again elsewhere. And we're going to compare that one to what the new one would be like. It has to really be in an intersection though, so we're back to give this round 2, this bunker. I'm going to show you in a sec, but first of all I'll show you what I've got. This time I've got a bunch more ammo. We are going to go on to day 49 horde. We got a bit of concrete here. I did left the concrete shape somewhere. I just had to put some sheets down, but we'll sort them over. We probably won't use them. I did give myself a bit more medical things this time. And we've got the M60 with the steel club. And they are pretty much kitted out the way you kind of would expect them to be. Oh, I didn't put any more mods on my steel club. Give me a sec. I'll just get that sorted now. Okay, there we go. We just got some mods put on our steel club. Just pretty basic ones. Rad remover, burning shaft, weighted head, and the ergo grip mod. It's all good. It just gives us a bit of extra damage and stuff. And I give myself a drone.
All systems go. How may
and
I
in
help?
the drone I put in the medical mod, and I just gave a bunch of medical mods there. So this is the base we're done. So we've got the same bunker thing in the middle there. I've made a wee channel for them to come across and get bonked off here. I might just put a wee few more of the concrete sheets on the inside. We'll do that just shortly before I make the base. They've got a ramp to get out, and there's just a pit around here.
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
Okay. Look, we're not ready for you guys yet. Not even going to check what the loot is. Around the back here, we got a little, I don't know what you call this, support I guess, onto a door and another door. So we can go in this door, open this door up, and they should not get to me now. Like this girl here, if I close this door. Okay, before she fell down, now she's going to try and get her way up. So she should come back up here, just like that. And I should be able to just, bonk her from here. If I don't hit my own base, that is. Come on, look. Just... Now I've got no anti-air, I've got no anything here except for my gun. So if any birds come in, I have to shoot them. These are just bars, but these are scaffold ladders, so I should be able to melee through these ones. But what I'll do, I am going to put the bars up here on the side to double them up. That's it. That's all I'm going to do there. I'll just make sure these are repaired again. Perfect. And this is just concrete. I do have a way... No, I don't have a way to get up there. Okay, just give me a sec to do the skill points that we had left. Let's do a 27. I'm going to put a couple into parkour. I need to get parkour 2, so I need agility 4. And what else do we have? Machine. Look, I was busy. So we now also want to do you not die? Okay, so now I want to get machine gunner maxed out. So for that I need fortitude 10. So we're going to do that as well if we've got points. And machine gunner at 10. Actually I might put, we'll come back to the pain tolerance. We also want to try and get pummel Pete. I didn't need to do that last one. Oh, that was a bit silly. Anyway, that's okay. Oh, look. So now we are going to look at some of those other sub-skills. Like, don't need to worry about pack mule or must chef or any of those ones. Nothing else in here. This one I will put pain tolerance in. And I think we're ready to go. So now I should be able to get up here if I need to get up and out. But I'm hoping that this machine gun now will do it all for me. So we've got 2800 ammo, so that should be more than enough. So now let's press our F1 and we'll do our set time and do 49, and we'll do space 21 space 50, and then we should be on to the horde night. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do DM to turn off the command menu, and we're going to use recog straight away. And we've got 5 minutes left. We're just going to use all the recogs. There's a drop coming in because I sped up the time. And this is what I think is going to be I think this base here, even just in concrete, is going to be good for multiple hordes. And multiple different levels. I mean, if we put up traps as well, this is going to make a big difference. But I think for now, I think even the way it is right now, this horde base is going to work. See, they're not coming to here because our door here is down. And they are coming back up and across just like you would expect. Oh, don't shoot your own base. I could have probably made this bigger, like made that longer and stuff, but that's not the point. The point is showing you what I think from what I've learnt, how to make bases better. Okay. Hey, hello. And already I'm not getting hit anywhere near as hard because, you know, they can't get to me on the sides. I could have closed this in completely, but I kind of wanted... Oops, I better put the headlight on. Did I not get the headlight? I did get the headlight mod on. Why can't I use it? Just give me a sec. I just wanted to make sure I did have it on there. I do. But why are you not working? Okay, well that's something interesting. I can't seem to get the headlight mod to work. I see a bunch through that gate over there. They're kind of stuck on the other side of that POI. They will get here when they're ready. The other thing to note while we're doing this is we will just check on the game stage. Loot stage is only 102, but that's because we're just in the snow. And where else we find the game stage? I thought there was a game stage as well as a loot stage. Oh, maybe that's under this one. One death, yes, that's right, because there we go, 171. So yeah, our last base, we didn't have the pit. Oh, there's a demo. We did end up dying, mainly because I ran out of ammo more than anything, and medical supplies. But hopefully you can already see that this is just a completely different style base. Even though basically it's the same bunker, we are on ground level, but because we dug out the pit around it, it kind of gives us the same feel. Now, could have used these scaffold bars all around here to give me a bit better of a view down there, but I didn't really think it was going to be worth it. If I was going to do this particular build in a normal playthrough, I would strengthen underneath here, because at the moment it's all just dirt. So I would have made the whole entire thing concrete if I was going to do this in a proper playthrough and not just the outside. Yeah, that's definitely piling up. They're even starting to go over there before they break through. And you just fall down, and then he's going to run up the side. I've given myself pretty much in-game stuff, as you saw, but this is day 49. And 49, as you could tell from my last playthrough, is actually quite doable to get to end-game. Of course, I don't know any of the perk books or anything, so this is all just give myself some experience, give myself all the equipment, and build a base. And it's the... What are you beating up that sign for? And this is just to show you the difference between the amount of hours I've put into this game and what I've learned from those first few days of building bases. Okay. Oops, completely missed that one. Oh, what are you doing there? They didn't break through yet. So those ones that come over will probably just ones that jumped over the edge. Are you coming through yet? Oh, they're starting to drip their way through. Okay. Hey, these guys down here shouldn't be doing that.
Master, we are not alone.
Do they have got ways to get out, but when zombies fall down, they'll just take swings at things first and then realise, hey look, actually there is a better path, and then they'll go to that other path. To stop that, sometimes you need to go a bit further away. So like if this was deeper, there's only 5 blocks deep, by the way. So 5 blocks deep. If we'd gone 10 blocks, 15 blocks, something like that, it would make a big difference. Okay, well, it's a little bit slow. Let's just have a look. See, they're not doing much damage here at all. Oh, copper. Another little thing about using bars and stuff in bases. I'm assuming you know this, but just in case there's somebody there that's watching this and doesn't really know. These bars, I can aim right at the bars and just shoot through it. These scaffolding ones, I'm hitting the bars and doing damage to the base. So the scaffolding ladders have that little, I guess, nerf to them. However, these ones you cannot hit through. If I hit them, I hit the bars. These ones, I can hit through them. So that's just the wee trade-off. There's something down below. I can't quite tell. They do take a swing at the air, but then they'll reset their pathing. It needs to be strong enough to take a few hits, but the whole outside is concrete, so even if they break a couple of blocks, it's not going to hurt this base. But if I was to do it through a real playthrough, this whole entire column would be concrete, and the outside would preferably be steel. There we go, we've got a bird. Now, I didn't put any spikes or any turrets up on the roof. Normally I would put a turret up on the roof to deal with this, but we should be able to just hit him like that. Hey, you. I'm busy looking at those birds. There's another demo. See if we can take his legs out on him. There we go. He's taken care of. I was trying to make him crawl, but that's okay. As long as we get a kill, we get a kill. I saw the cop getting ready to spit at me, so I thought I'd better switch over to the gun. Okay, I do need to take a drink, so we'll do that. I'm actually going to take a bandage as well. I am a little bit hurt. I'll actually take one of these meals as well. We'll do a wee bit of melee. This can do both. This can be melee and ranged, as you can tell. Because we like to kill the cops with range first. Hey, stop hitting my own base. Okay, let's just check on the bars. That one is really badly damaged. I think a lot of it is myself. Another cop. Well, yeah, there you go, buddy. We'll take care of you.
Master, we are not alone.
I had a funny feeling there might have been something nasty in amongst all that. There was. There was a demo. Okay. Well, we're going back to the club just for now. Because I didn't bring any repair kits with me. I'm kind of debating whether to use them at all. I'll try and remember that for next time and always carry a couple on me, because we're testing the base, not the weapons in this. We already lasted longer than last time, because last time we died at 3:30. It's 3:46. There's not going to be any issues with this. I didn't expect there to be. If you want to take the time into digging this out, because that's one of the longest and hardest things about this particular base, is the digging out the trench, then this is a perfect base. Okay, so the power tags don't really matter. I was just doing a big copper no. We'll just finish off these last couple and we'll do a wee quick recap on this. Okay, let's just do this. Okay, so as you can tell, they did clever this one a wee bit. We're trying to talk. We're trying to do a wee bit of recap here. So they did do quite a bit of damage to this one. But if we had this completely solid, then it doesn't matter. I mean, even if they break that one, they're not going to do any real damage to this. And this lasted really well, like almost no damage along here. This one here did take a bit of damage, but that is the full frontal one. So that's all good. And we just got a normal full block here. If we put like ramp blocks and stuff, they would push them backwards, but it's not really needed. And as long as there is a gap to go down and then back up, they're just going to keep themselves going into a loop. So although this is technically a bunker base, it is technically on ground level. Because I dug the trench around it, you might not think this is a real bunker base. But I'm going to say it is. I'm going to say that is an improvement on what we did earlier. And adding SMG turrets, adding wire fences or electric fences across here, adding blade traps maybe down here, you could really make this a really awesome base for a lot later in the game. I end up having to put sheets along here just because if the sheets are not there, you get this horrible gap between the blocks you place in the terrain. So you just put a sheet over top and it makes it nice and smooth. But yeah, I would say that this is a success. This is my updated version of a bunker base. If I was ever to do a bunker base again, this is how I would do it. So I hope you like this. I hope you learned something about base building from this. Thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe, and hopefully we'll see you back for the next video. Thank you, and goodbye.